Hello, assalamu alaikum. Morning, guys. Guys, today I want also talk about this incident that happened in Germany yesterday about this Gambian guy that was unalive. But just for people that have been unalive nowadays, even in the UK, a lot of black people are going missing, people finding their bodies in rivers, and they've been treated unsuspected unalive, which is very weird, including young people, by the way. But even in Gambia too, that have been unalive, doesn't matter they're Gambian or not, they just been unalive by other humans. It's what I'm here to condemn and for us to talk about it. No one have right to unalive other person and continue breeding yourself. Or you're unaliving people because you want to go to prison, or you don't want life. You're not happy with life. But you're going to unalive somebody before you go to prison or before you unalive yourself. No one is allowed to do that. No one have the right to do that. And we all have to say no to this. Doesn't matter what race the person is or what color they are or where they're unaliving them. That's what I stand for. I stand for every human being that is breeding to continue breeding. If they don't want to breed, I'm teaching them how to continue breeding no matter what by being positive and learning how to have gratitude and something. If they don't want to breed, I'm teaching them how to continue breeding no matter what by being positive and learning how to have gratitude and stop the negative thinking or change their diet and go to bed and so on. It's all about here, how you see life, what you eat, what you're doing, what you're thinking about. But I don't advise them to unalive themselves, not to mention to unalive others. Keep tapping and sharing. I'll take you guys. You have to tap and share. Anyone that want to come here and they can't speak Mandinka, sorry, I'm English. I'm not going to take them. This video is for English. Thank you so much, guys, if you're joining me. Keep tapping and sharing. My name is Ami Job. I am from Gambia. But I'm not going to take them. This video is for English. Thank you so much, guys, if you're joining me. Keep tapping and sharing. My name is Ami Job. I am from Gambia. But my parents are one Gambian, one Senegalese. Because my dad is from Senegal. But I was born and raised in Gambia. And I live in Scotland now for nearly 2 decades now, over a decade and a half. And I have 2 teenagers here who are going to school. One is going to university this year. And I bring them up here by myself. And my videos, I do comedy, motivation, current affairs. But mainly I talk about how to avoid trauma or the cause of the trauma or how to manage the trauma. Childhood trauma especially, like severe child beating growing up or SA or any form of injustice that can traumatize the person as an adult. Keep tapping and sharing the video. Thank you so much. Somebody follow the video, but I'm looking for people to tap and share the video. Because following the video alone is not going to help the video, especially when you're not tapping and sharing. A lot of people in my community don't like my videos because I'm not those people that will just talk about our issue and I just blame government or just blame. I take responsibility for us, what we are doing wrong, why we are like this, and why we are like this, and then we run into other land, and people don't want us there. They have right to not want us there. It's many. Let's be real. We are many all over the world. Us Africans. That tiny Gambia that have only 2 million people. Gambians are everywhere. You would think Gambia is 100 million people in the country, and they're only 2 million. We are only 2 million. Why? Because we cannot stand our country. Why? Because our country is not developed. Why? Because the way we are doing, the way we are bringing up children and women, the way we treat children and women here, until we change that cross African third world country, until they change how they treat women and children, they can never ever develop. They taught the women and children to neglect themselves when they are adult, neglect the other people that they have to care for by neglecting them now. You train them to neglect you when they grow up. And they will neglect you when they're in the government. They will neglect you when you're married to them. They will neglect you even when you're friend with them, for the most part. And then you run and come to another land. And then we all running. And then people get tired of us. Us third world countries, not just Gambia thing. Us third world countries that can never have peace because we can never stand up for the truth and talk like I'm doing. And tell our elders and just us in general, that we have to change how we bring up children. How we treat women and children have to change so they can have justice and normal humanity in them. So when they grow up, they will know how to give you back that humanity. So they cannot neglect your entire generation and then make you run because you're rejecting the neglect that you're giving to them when they're young. Keep tapping and sharing. Whenever there's a topic, especially a topic like this, when I talk about it, my people, a lot of them get angry. Only the 2% that will not get angry, the honest ones. Why? Because I don't talk like they talk. I'm not just here to blame any government. Even my own government, I don't just blame my government. Not to mention other government. Do you not see how I talk? I always start the blame within us first. We have to change how we bring up children. The beating, the violence, the anger, the neglect. Until third world countries, cross third world country, not just Gambia and Senegal and so on. Until we change that, excuse my voice is still gone from the FGM that I was campaigning to stop in Gambia in my videos for this last almost 2 weeks now. But it's gonna come back to normal. Plus, I just woke up. I woke up and I went back to bed and I just woke up. Thank you so much for tapping and sharing. This is not right. They sued this guy. I condemn that. That's wrong. And I'm pleading for the German government to take investigation for these people that did this, to go and get rid of them from the work. They're making the police name look bad. They're not working. No one have right to honor life. Nobody like this. Just because they say the guy was having a knife and the guy was being violent towards the girlfriend, threatening the girlfriend or something like this with a knife. The girlfriend was German. According to the story, the girlfriend is a German. Threatening the girlfriend with a knife, and the police came and he had a knife and they didn't see him stabbing nobody, and they just shooting him, so many shooting, instead of just trying to tear gas him or something so he can fall down and they take him, So this is very wrong. I know. We're going through hell here abroad. That's the truth. Doesn't matter what part of abroad you are. A lot of us going through hell. I live in Scotland. Some Scottish people are very nice and kind, but some are not. They treat you like a piece of shit, call you nigger, just treat you like a piece of shit, call your children nigger and treat them like a piece of shit. At the school, some children tell your children, I can't play with you because your skin look like poo. How humiliating and depressing is this? No one should go through this. But we should look at why we have to travel and stay in another land to begin with. When you want to look at problem and talk about it, you have to talk about it genuinely. You don't just talk about it the way you want or the way that you think favors you. That's not going to help the situation. This situation problem is unaliving or not. Look at it in a genuine way. For example, you talk about what is the problem now. The problem now is we have been unalive all over the world. Us foreign people. Even in Gambia, they're unaliving foreign people in Gambia. Let's just be honest there. I've been talking about the foreign people that have been unalive in Gambia. That tiny 2 million poor Gambia. Poor and tiny Gambia. They're still unaliving 2 million. Where is your boat? What boat? Keep tapping and sharing. I think that's a racist name, but racist what? You have time for races. As you can see me, my voice is not even clear, but I want to talk for humanity. No one have right to unalive no one. Doesn't matter what tribe. Doesn't matter what the problem is. People have to learn how to control their own stress. Right to unalive no one. Doesn't matter what tribe. Doesn't matter what the problem is. People have to learn how to control their own stress. You come to this life. Other person come to this life. You're breathing the same air they're breathing. You do not buy the air. Your father don't own the air. You're not breathing from the air because you order the air from China or anything. No. The air is here for everyone to breathe. Even when they go to bed, they breathe. Even when they close the door. That tells you that you don't own this life and you don't own other people, the air they're breathing. You want to stop it. If you are stressed and depressed and you hate life and you thinking other people have another race, doesn't matter you're black or green or blue. I'm talking for everyone. Some people don't like other people. Doesn't matter what color they are. That's what I believe. It's not just about white don't like blue, green don't like yellow. No, I believe every race have people who don't like other people. Sick people are in every race. That's how I talk. That's how I see life. That's the truth. If you are genuine, you will see it like that. You will see people who hate other race in every single race. Keep tapping and sharing. Thank you so much. There in every single race have people that don't like other race because of their color or because of nangam nangam. Nangam nangam is like this and that, you know. You have no right to just don't like the other people. Look at it. Do you think other people have no right to not like you just because you're white or blue or green or whatever? Exactly. No one have no right to not like you just because you're this or you're that. They have right to breathe. You have right to breathe. They don't own this air. They don't own the sky and the sunshine and the air they breathe in. They don't even own their throat that they swallow in the food and water. Anytime God can, you know, or life can take away the throat and they cannot swallow things and they have to have stuff, you know, tube or whatever to give them food. God forbid. I work in nursing homes. I know what I'm telling you. Some people going to work sometime, you know, fine. In the next few months, they can be lying down there. You have to help them and they have to have tubes and stuff for food, you know, I don't know, those things that they have. And, you know, it could be any color, any person. And it could be that it just happened. They never have condition that lead to that. Just accident or something or just whatever, you know. From nowhere, the life change. But what you have to think about is why you hate life so much that you don't want life, which is why you're clearly sending yourself to prison for unaliving people. Look at this case, for example. And I'm going to talk about UK. A lot of black people are going missing as well. And it said that they think they unalived her because she was depressed, because she was given a eviction. What's the word? Those letters they give you to tell you to leave the house, to go, you know, to move out. They said they give her that letter, you know, the day before she unalived her daughter. According to the news, if I remember. Thank you so much. Keep tapping and sharing. Support the video anyhow you can. Only 2 people share it. That's not enough. A lot of people don't like how I talk because I don't talk just to blame and blame. I tell the truth. How I see it. How I think is the truth to me. Yes, eviction notice. So, I know that's not easy as a single mom. Me. I moved so many times here in Edinburgh as a single mom, bringing up my two children on my own. Their father don't support me. He's like he's dead. He's happy that I'm struggling so he can laugh. Because some men, when they're cheating and lying and doing bad stuff until you leave them, they punish you even more for leaving them. They're telling you, how dare you leaving me? You should stay here and take my nonsense. If you leave me now, you suffer more. You still suffer for leaving me. Kek, laughing. So they will not support you. They will not do anything. They will do everything to not support you. Even though they don't know what that child can be tomorrow. That child can grow up more successful than their entire generation. And they might end up in a nursing home or severe needing help type of a person. And that child might ignore their entire generation too. Or just ignore their family, will never support them. But they don't think of that. They think of to punish you because they're too wicked. I talk about the wickedness in my race, my community. Every person should know where your wickedness is from. I don't know. I'm not from you. Our wickedness is from the severe child beating that I talk about, and people don't want to hear it. This is why people make me #1 enemy on this internet, because I condemn the severe child beating that us Africans or any person that is doing that is doing. The severe child beating. The severe torturing, beating and torturing and punishing and torturing and punishing the child. Until people that are doing this stop this, they will never have peace in their community. This type of behavior or not. Also, the way they treat women and children in general, they treat women like piece of shit, which is why people can easily get you pregnant and dump you, or you dump them because of their bad behavior, and then they punish you for dumping them. Because they treat the woman like a piece of shit. You know, the community, especially third world country community like black people or third world countries. We treat women and children like a piece of shit. And we don't want to hear that. That's our #1 enemy. That's the cause of all of this. It's the cause of us traveling. It's the cause of us cannot develop. It's the cause of us cannot manage our anger and pain and unaliving our own children, either physically like this woman did, or just mentally because of and treating the child wrong. That's the truth. And you have to talk about that too. But let's go back to the Gambian guy. And I'm saying I'm sorry to people that don't know how to manage their mental health. And I talk about how to manage your mental health, by the way. If you want to know, let me know if you want that also for next video. So, for example, this young boy was unalive, you know, again in the UK. A lot of black people are going missing and being unalive. And they found in their bodies in rivers. Rivers, guys, okay? And they treating it, the government is treating it as an unsuspicious murders. Like, it's not suspicious. It's not suspicious enough for them to put effort. I found out about this yesterday, recently. I saw it the day before yesterday. That people saying he was missing since yesterday, something like this. That was the day before yesterday. And yesterday they said they found the body in the river. If you don't know this, find out. I saw so many TikTok videos. Good luck trying to find out any news platform that is talking about this. Lot of black people in the UK have been unalive and they found their bodies in rivers. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? I can't speak my voice. Help me with the video tap and share, yeah? And I'm going to take you guys if you want to come up. Tap and share. I saw people that are not black too. Their bodies coming from river, by the way. But when I saw people that are not black, their bodies coming from river, the government will not say that this is unsuspicious and just leave it. Especially a lot of them, like from one person to another. Let's just tell the truth. The government is taking it seriously and investigating and try to know why the person's body was in the river to begin with. Compared to how these black people bodies are being pulled out from rivers. Young people, young adults, teenagers, different age people, men and women. And they're following one person to another like this. And they're not been putting enough investigation. Like I said, even Gambia, people that have been unalive there, doesn't matter they're Gambian or not, the government should take it seriously too and investigate. And the Gambian government or any type of government that you're from, when you live in another land and you have a mystery unalive like this, recite about it. Look TikTok, you will see the videos, but recite about it. This unaliving and people bodies been found in rivers. Please, I'm pleading with the UK government. Every government in the world, if you know somebody who work in the government, yourself, you know how to help by sharing videos. I just make a video about this, by the way. I posted just before I on this video. If you know how to share, like, or make your own video in your own language, even if you don't put the people picture, just talk about this, please. Talk about your government to look up to the unaliving that is happening there. It's happening in all over the world. The main reason why people are unaliving people, what I think is stress, not eating healthy, not knowing how to manage your stress, trauma. It could be childhood trauma or just trauma of life. And the consequence of certain things you're doing or the certain things that are done to you or the when you don't know how to manage your stress and your mental health. The consequence of that is the reason why people are unaliving people. Anger issue, hopelessness, feeling unworthy, feeling like you got nothing to live for now. You want to go to prison or you want to unalive them and unalive yourself. To be honest, life is not that bad no matter what happened to you. Believe me or no, I've been through hell myself. I just learned how to be positive no matter what from a young age. Whatever happened to me, I learned to hope for the best. Learn to look at the little good thing that I have. Even if I don't have nothing to look at, I look at the fact that I'm breathing and other people that have everything that is good that I want and they can't breathe now. I learned to have that mindset from a young age. That's how I'm still alive without unaliving myself or doing the unthinkable. And I talk about that and I teach how to have that in my videos. Keep tapping and sharing. Thank you so much, guys. Keep tapping and sharing the video. It's only 2 people and that's not enough. This video is to make awareness for mental health, stress, and for people to help spread awareness for governments all over the world to take it serious. Excuse my voice. For unaliving that is happening all over the world, including people that are unaliving their own children or unaliving each other, unaliving friends, to stop. Especially in the black community. This man unalived himself here in the UK too. Sorry, unalived the wife a few years ago. 2002, if I remember. This Muslim man. Unalived the wife for no reason, little argument. Just like, that's why the wife responded. I hate bad marriages. I always talk about bad marriages. They have a lot of consequences, not just for the two, but for the children and the community and for just before even the unthinkable can happen. The other consequences are endless. Bad marriage consequences. And then he said that, oh, you saying that I have to unalive myself. He then went and unalived the wife. And they found out he didn't even have COVID when they did test on him. These people unaliving each other, the young people, rampant in the UK. Rampant, I talked about it so many times. But back to the Gambian man again. Unaliving is not allowed for anyone. No one is allowed to be breathing and taking other people's life. Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter you're white, blue, green. It's all about here. Life is not that bad like you think it is. That you have to unalive people and go to prison, or you have to be so evil and revenge your pain and trauma on innocent people by unaliving them. You're still going to have worse pain and trauma and karma. And you don't know how you're going to end. And you don't know what's going to happen after life. I know a lot of people don't believe in afterlife, but don't you think if we can come to this world the way we come to this world, then it's possible that it's going to be another life that we're going to go after this. If we can come here through the way we come here, don't you think that whoever created us, whatever created us, is capable of creating us again? And don't you think that when you're breathing the way you're breathing, and even if you're hot tiny bit, you feel the pain, and you're doing it on purpose to unalive other people and continuing to breathe, or unalive them, then unalive yourself. When you never make them, they don't want to be unalive. They will unalive themselves if they want. Not for you to do it to them by force. Keep tapping and sharing, guys, or I'm going to end the live and I'm going to go and do it on my other wall of page. Because if you're not tapping and sharing the video, it's not helping the video, and that's mean this message is just useless, and it's not, you're not interested. And I'm going to close the video and I'm going to do it on my wall of page then. Don't you think that if you just hate life so much that you want to go to prison, or you hate life so much that you think life is not worth living, which means you don't know the value of life, which is why you're trying to deny other people the value of life. If you know the value of life, because you appreciate life no matter what, you're breathing no matter what, you know how to be happy, you know how to move on, you know how to breathe and say thank God, or thank myself, or thank the air I'm breathing. For some of you that don't believe in God, I don't know how you do it, but if you thank anything at all, that's another story. But if you just know how to breathe and be grateful that you're breathing easily. When other people cannot breathe easily, they have some stuff that can give them air, and it's not their fault. And some of those people can still be grateful, by the way, doing that, if they know how to do this, how to be grateful. But don't you think if you don't know how to do that, clearly you hate life. That's why you don't value life. That's why you're not unaliving yourself or unaliving other people. Because you know, if you unalive other people, no matter how much you try to hide it, their karma might haunt you so much that you will be found. That's clear. For anyone that is unaliving people and thinking they're not going to be found, no matter how much they try, even if they're working in the government or they have power, people always found out. How many police officers, how many government people that unalive people and they got caught all over the world, and they go to prison, lose their job, they're on the news for unaliving that person that they unalive. All over the world. How many people? You can't count it. It's not everyone that you unalive and get away with it. Some people you unalive them, you will not get away with it. You're going to have consequences. And most likely you're going to get caught and go to prison. Like I'm saying, no one have right to unalive no one. Doesn't matter what tribe, doesn't matter what race, and doesn't matter what the person did. And me, on behalf of me and the Gambians, behalf of my organization that I registered in Gambia the end of last year, that is to help victims of domestic violence, although it's not registered in the UK, but I stand for all human beings in general, doesn't matter what color they are. And I'm pleading every community to talk about their people that have been unalived unnecessary. Unaliving. If you don't want to be unalived unnecessarily, you don't want your children to be unalived unnecessarily, your wife, your family, your parents, your anybody, even your dog, then stand up for humanity and talk for your community people. You'll find out that they've been unalived unnecessary. Everyone, every race is having this. It's happening to every race now, police or not. Keep tapping and sharing. Thank you so much. It's happening to every race, police or not, white or blue or green. Every race is going through this. I think my internet is not clear or something. Are you guys hearing me and seeing me clearly? Let me know. You can see my voice. I can't talk because I woke up early and I went back to bed. But also, I woke up not. I was screaming for that to not be removed for days. And I end up losing my voice because of that. But still, you can see that I'm choking myself to talk. Because I wouldn't want my son to be unalive. And I am sure if you have a son, you don't want your son to be unalive. Or if you have a brother, sister, or yourself, or your dog, or your cat, I don't think you want to be unalive, or you want your family members, or anybody near you to be unalive. And if you want that, that means you hate life, and you hate yourself, and you hate humans. And you still have no right to want that. Your mentality is not healthy. Your brain is sick. Because the way you're handling life is not bad, it's not good. You're handling life the wrong way. Very negative. Feeling sorry for yourself. Hate life because you don't look at the good side of life. Even the sun sign that is out today, I was in the sun grounding today. That cannot make you happy. Look at how many people in this world that sun sign cannot make them happy. Especially when they live in country like Scotland that don't have sun sign. Thank you so much. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. When they see the sun sign, they still cannot be happy. Especially in the morning, Saturday or Sunday, something like this. Or the day that they have chance to go and have 5 minutes on the sun sign. Even if they're walking, they can take a break and go and stand under the sun or sit down barefoot in the ground and ground under the sun. Because they know the benefit of that. And they're grateful that they have the sun to receive the benefit of that. To keep going in life. Life is programmed in a way that you cannot change it. If you change it, it's not going to be good for you and other humans because your mental health will change. Life is programmed for you to have sunshine, eat healthy, drink water, go to bed, avoid certain chemical that you're choking yourself every day to take. And for you to be grateful. If you guys are hearing me, let me know. Or if not, I'm going to end the live. Thank you for the love hearts. For this person that send this, but you have to let me know you're hearing me clearly because my internet is not very clear. TikTok is telling me that your network is not the best, and I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm not seeing enough support for this live video. I don't think you guys are seeing this live video, hearing my words, hearing my voice that I can't even talk, but I'm still talking about this. You have one vein, one blood running in you that you want that blood to continue running. And you hear me talking about people that their blood stopped running and dried off. And you hearing me, and you hearing me clearly, but you're refusing to tap and see and support the video. I don't think that's what's happening. I think maybe my internet is not good. You guys not hearing me? Or what's happening? Let me know, or I'm going to end the video. Because if you don't let me know, that means you're definitely not hearing me. Because I'm not seeing your reaction that you're hearing me. Are you guys hearing what I'm explaining? You guys don't know what's happening in the world. The unaliving that is rampant. Us humans that hate life, hate humans so much that we have to unalive each other physically like this. Rampant. All over the world. Doesn't matter what color you are, Gambian or not. Police or not. You don't hear the news. You don't hear what's happening. You don't have family and friends who've been through this. If not, I pray not you to never. I pray you to never experience it. But you don't feel sorry for people that have to go through this, or do you think people deserve this? Do you think yourself you deserve this? Being unalived by another person doesn't matter. It's a police unnecessary unaliving you like this, like what happened to this Gambian guy in Germany. Doesn't matter. It's your friends. Doesn't matter who did it. My internet is not good. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Yeah, I think so. Shall I end the live video and come back? Are you sure my internet is not good? Is it still not good now? Let me know, guys. I can end it and come back again. Let me know. Can you comment?